In this training tutorial, we're going to be going over the general dashboard overview as you see it here, and we're also going to be going over how to navigate the CRM and what's available here. So when you first log into the CRM, if you haven't done any customization, this is the dashboard standard view, and within the preferences, we'll cover those in a different tutorial, you can decide between a couple of different screens what the standard login view is. Do you want to go to the calendar? Do you want to go to the dashboard? But again, we'll cover that elsewhere. Here, this is our test database, and you can see that we don't have a whole ton of activity going on here, given it is our test database. But we have, our AUM, so if you have an integration with Allbridge. We'll talk about integrations in a separate video as well. Here's our test database AUM, our 36 reminders that we have going on, timeline updates. If you're using workflows, here are those workflow tasks that are going on. And then it breaks it up into here's what you have going on today. So any tasks that are due today, workflow tasks that are due today, giving you a high-level overview of what needs to be accomplished today, assuming you don't have it written down on a legal pad. Then you have team notices. So Redtail allows you to go through and modify, or rather use Redtail CRM as a team notification tool as opposed to having to send an email. Maybe you just want to send a team notice there. Today's birth dates, here we have in our system today's reviews if you're using the review module, and then Mobile Assistant, Copy Talk, and Everplan. So these are 3 integrations. So if you're not wanting to type in client notes yourself, Mobile Assistant and Copy Talk are able to be used as client dictation software, or rather practice dictation software, where you're able to call into a line and leave a message essentially, and those will then show up in dictated text form once they are completed, and you can attach those to a particular contact record. Up along the top, you can go through today, your accounts, activities that you have going on, emails. You can look at all the different emails that have been sent out of the system. The contacts, basically the same ability to go in and see all of your different contacts and easily connect into the different client or contact lists by just clicking into the donut segment that they're in. So as opposed to having to do a search within the contacts on the left, you can just click right into the particular segment in the donut here. Market news, so if you're wanting to keep track of different news or stocks or what's going on there, you can see the latest headlines and what the markets are doing. Checking in on notes, opportunities that you have, and reminders. And again, we'll cover through a number of those things. We'll go back to today. Here's that view again to the dashboard. The dashboard is kind of synonymous with today. Used to be called today's overview, but they didn't want it to take up that many characters on this left side navigation. So going down the left here, you have today, which again is that dashboard, your calendar. We'll be covering the calendar and how to use it to the best of your practice's ability. Getting into contacts, you can see the whole contact view here and going through the list. Reports, so if you want to run any level of standard reporting, whether it be last time a contact was updated or touched, permissioning reports, reminder reports, age reports, all sorts of different reports that are fairly well standard out of the box and require little custom modification on your part to use. Opportunities allow you to go and keep track of who might be in your funnel. It's a good way to try and do revenue forecasting for a financial advisor practice. If you have someone that you're working with in an appointment process that has $5 million and you seek to make $60,000 off of that money, you can start running all of that and run percentages, and it will start turning that into a potential income over the next amount of time that's coming through. Seminars, I like to say that this is misnamed. It really should be event management as opposed to seminar management, because it's even better for running client appreciation events through this, easily sending out invites and things like that. It's a lot easier, again, to do this with an event that you're running out of your practice as opposed to running an event that might be a seminar that's run through the USA Financial plug and run, fill the room system. Social, so if you wanted to keep track and manage any sort of social connections there, and then workflows. Workflows gives you a total overview of everything that's going on from a workflow perspective, not just your tasks, not just someone else's tasks, but the entire firm's practice workflow overview. In terms of customization and minor, or rather major, updates, changes, things like that, actionable things that get done, a lot of that happens in the upper right-hand side. So this quick add, this changes wherever you happen to be in the dashboard, or rather in the CRM itself. So activities, if you're on a contact record, it will actually tie and link that activity, or calendar invite rather, directly to that contact. If we did it here, it would just be kind of floating off into Neverland until we connected it. We can go into contacts, so adding a new contact, database updates, creating opportunities, setting up a new workflow. Again, if you're on a contact record, it's going to tie that workflow to the particular contact it's connected to. If we get out of here, we can go into the integrations and manage the integrations. We'll talk more about those later. Recently viewed, so you get to see who you've gone through. So if you know, oh, I was looking at someone earlier this morning, but I forget who it was, you can go through to the recently viewed and pull that list that you've seen. The notifications, so if you have any alerts in the system, that little bell will set up. Given Redtail's mascot is a retriever, a red-tailed golden retriever, their mascot being a dog, the alert sounds include small dog, medium dog, and large dog, and the dog will bark at you if there are any alerts coming up. So that's a little fun note and adds a little personality to the CRM. Help, again, this help section is a great place to go if you have any, if you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning and can't reach Redtail support or the friendly support team or marketing team at USA Financial. That help area is a very easy way to get some answers, and there are a lot of video tutorials and walkthrough tutorials there. Clicking on your name in the upper right-hand corner really allows you to make a lot of the changes in the database, and there'll be several different videos about that. So I'm just going to say that that's what that does, that it allows you to make a lot of changes, and we'll leave that to our training tutorial on database customization and preference management for a couple of other videos. So I will close out this video by again reiterating that if you have any questions, comments, as you're going through these, use case examples where, hey, will this work for this or that, do feel free to reach out to Redtail support directly or to a friendly member of the USA Financial marketing team.